What's up, everybody? It is Thursday. That means it's time for another episode of GWP Wrestling News. Uh, First and foremost, I hope everyone had a great holiday season. Um, I hope you're all recovering at this point. Um, get ready. I'll give you a little flash of what I got coming up this next week. I got for Christmas. That's all you get. Stay tuned for the videos coming up this next week for that. Also wearing one of my shirts I got, so pretty awesome. But let's go ahead and get into some wrestling news for the week. I just realized how many articles I have pulled up right now, but it won't take me long to go through them. We're going to get through this, and let's go ahead and bring them up. All right. So first and foremost, go to this one. Becky Lynch appears in new Raw trailer. Additional Netflix WWE shows in the works. Let's see. The signs continue to point towards Becky Lynch making her WWE return in the near future. The former Women's World Champion has not wrestled since she lost to Liv Morgan in a steel cage match back in May. Wow, I didn't realize it'd been that long. And as far as anyone knows, she remains a free agent. Lynch's WWE contract expired over the summer, and there's been no official word on her signing a new deal with the company, which makes her appearance in the latest Raw on Netflix trailer mildly surprising. Netflix aired the spot during their Christmas Day broadcast of the Kansas City Chiefs and Pittsburgh Steelers game. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns were among the first to appear, but in a blink, you'd miss it moment, the man is shown standing center ring around the 24-second mark. I'm not going to play the commercial. It's the second time that Lynch has made an appearance for WWE and Netflix amid her hiatus from pro wrestling. The first was at a joint media event in Los Angeles earlier this month. Raw is set to premiere on Netflix January 6th. We know that. Let's see. All right. So in the meantime, it appears that Netflix is diving into the deep end with its pro wrestling content. The streaming giant quietly listed several new WWE-related shows under upcoming selections. Got Raw Classics, Road to WrestleMania, Superstar Profiles, and WWE Top 10. So the WWE Top 10 thing is actually pretty cool. They used to do that on the network, so I'm kind of glad they're bringing that back. It's going to be interesting. The Superstar Profiles one is going to be pretty cool. And it also says down here WWE Legends Profiles as well. So pretty interesting. That'll be fun. Always like getting great wrestling content added to the library to watch. So when it comes to the Becky Lynch thing, though, here's my take. So, yes, as far as we know, she has not signed a contract. As far as we know, now that doesn't mean anything. It is much more difficult to hide secrets like that nowadays, but not impossible. As far as them using her in the trailer for Netflix, I mean, a lot of the stuff when they do things, they still use Hogan and Austin. And Becky Lynch is a big deal. So, they still own all the rights to that. So they can use her picture and stuff if they want. I do think that we're definitely getting ready to see Becky Lynch return. And chances are, though, we will not get the man character. We'll get a different character out of her, which would be great. I do look forward to that. So go ahead and move on to the next. Backstage report on Randy Orton's status for Raw Netflix debut. Let's see. The debut of Raw on Netflix fast approaching. Randy Orton was taken out with a pile driver by Kevin Owens on an episode of SmackDown in November. Following the brawl that prevented their crown jewel match from taking place, according to Sportskeeda's Dr. Chris Featherstone on X, Orton is not currently scheduled to be part of the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. So now that just because he's not scheduled doesn't mean anything. I can't remember. I saw a video earlier of them discussing what he's some type of medical gibberish about cervical something or other that on the spine, or that's what they're claiming is wrong with Randy. I'm gonna tell you right now, he didn't get injured from that pile driver. I'm almost certain this is gonna be a work, and we could very well see him at the Raw on January 6th. I don't know. Right now, it's really they're talking about this Raw on January 6th is going to be quite the spectacle. Something along the lines of being compared to almost like a WrestleMania type spectacle. So they're going to push big. So very excited to see that. Next up, all right. I have not read this one yet, but this says spoiler on tag team heading to SmackDown in 2025 amid WWE brand shakeup. So let's if you're worried that I might spoil something big for you, skip past this and let's see what's going on. Big moves are in store for WWE. Raw heading back to 3 hours, and SmackDown also extending the ongoing transfer window is creating chatter about who's heading where. According to WrestleVotes Radio, Chad Gable, the Creed brothers, and Ivy Nile are set to leave Raw for SmackDown as 2025 kicks off. Is this really that's it's all about America? Basically, it's American made. So that was obviously about to happen anyway. So no big spoiler there. If you skip through, you can watch it. It's not a spoiler. Everybody saw that coming. All right. WWE considering John Cena versus Logan Paul for WrestleMania farewell amid creative concerns. Okay. Before I even read the article, I want your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Is that a match you would want to see? This has been said over and over here at GWP, but the fact of the matter is you can like Logan Paul. You don't have to like Logan Paul. The guy, whatever. He's done a lot of stupid shit just to get internet fame. And if you don't like him for that, that's fine. I don't care this way or that on that. What I care about is when he gets in between those ropes, he can go. He puts on a really good match. And he has done some really wild, crazy maneuvers and moves, taken some wild bumps, and has gotten injured for doing so. So, he always puts on a show when he gets in the ring, though. So I don't know if I'm wanting that for a WrestleMania match, but I wouldn't be completely against seeing him and Cena run it down. But let's take a look at what we're seeing. He's made it no secret he wants to face John Cena in the ring before he retires. Well, like I said, I'd rather not see it at WrestleMania, but I'm not against seeing it. Discussions about pitting Logan Paul against John Cena at WrestleMania 41 have been ongoing, but the pitch has been met with mixed reactions. The reported concern, some believe Paul shouldn't be Cena's final opponent at WWE's biggest event of the year. And that's another big thing to consider. That WrestleMania match that he has this year is going to be John Cena's final WrestleMania match. However, this just kind of hit my brain. There is the possibility that John Cena could have 2 WrestleMania matches in the same year because there's 2 nights. So if he wanted 2 WrestleMania matches, he could pull that off. So that's not completely out of the question. Not saying it'll happen, but that's something. So yeah. So that's the concern there. They don't know if that's who should be his last opponent. And I kind of feel the same way. I don't feel like that should be his final WrestleMania opponent. But I do think the two of them will put on a hell of a match. Also, let me know in the comments down below what matches you would like to see John Cena in his final run. All right. Here's another one. WWE considering 2-night Money in the Bank events. It looks like WWE is ready to shake things up again following the success of 2-night WrestleManias and the recent announcement of 2-night SummerSlam events. That's not necessary. Like, okay, more comments, guys. Let me know. Do we need 2-night PLE events? Like, I was okay with with WrestleMania being 2 nights. I mean, it's fine. They make a huge spectacle of it. SummerSlam, meh. I don't think it's necessary. I definitely don't think 2-night Money in the Bank events are necessary. The only thing I see good out of a 2-night event is you can have the women's Money in the Bank main event one night and the men's Money in the Bank main event the other night. That's the only good positive out of that. Other than that, this feels like some TKO greed type shit, to be honest. Because if you buy a ticket, you don't get in both nights. You got to buy a 2-night ticket. You got to buy a ticket for both nights. I know they do bundle deals, but still, it's for a wrestling show. So now, you can't get excited unless you can afford to go ahead and buy 2 tickets so you can do both nights. Otherwise, you may miss one of the matches you were looking forward to. I don't like the idea of the 2-night PLEs. I think they should just stick to a WrestleMania as 2 nights and cut this shit out. This feels like just ways to get more tickets sold and more money in the pockets. I don't like this. Let me know in the comments. All right. Now, the rest of what we got going on tonight is rumors, and some may be repetitive after going through this one. So if so, I will just exit off of those. WWE rumors on Charlotte Flair's return, Kevin Owens contract, Raw on Netflix linked. Okay. Real quick, before I do this, would you guys let me know in the comments down below? Do you like this setup where I'm in the corner and we have the article on the screen and you can go through it with me if you so desire? Or would you prefer if I was to just go through these articles myself, print them out or print it out on some paper and just read off paper and discuss? Let me know how you guys would like to see this news done. I really like this format, but if it's you guys would like to see a different format, just let me know. All right. What do we got? With Charlotte Flair's return imminent, details about potential creative plans for her have leaked. Okay. Per WrestleVotes, HT Felix Upton of Ringside News, WWE is believed to be reimagining a darker, more intense version of the Queen persona that Flair used for several years. Okay, I can get behind that. In addition to her character, Flair could also add kind of like a little Seth Rollins-esque flair in her attire as part of the persona. I mean, her attire that she usually wears is pretty outlandish, so her robes are very wild. So adding a little bit more flair, she's okay, possibly. Of course, Rollins' attire suggests someone who should be a heel, and he's been a babyface for a while now. Assuming Flair returns to the SmackDown brand, positioning her as a heel would set her up for potential feuds with Bianca Belair, Bayley, Jade Cargill, who is currently injured. I got something coming up about her. And Tiffany Stratton as soon as she makes her turn that has been teased for months. returning as a babyface would really only leave Nia Jax as a top-level opponent for Flair to feud. Okay, so let's be honest, guys. She's not going to come back and feud with somebody. She's going to come back and get some gold. That's a Flair without gold don't make no sense. So, Flair has been out of action since tearing the ACL, MCL, and meniscus in her knee. That had to suck, man. Whatever the creative plan ends up being for Flair, having one of the top stars in the women's division back leading up to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season is a huge boon for WWE. Okay, so now we're moving on to Kevin Owens. Okay, Kevin Owens expected to stay with WWE. Having recently received a massive push that included a championship match with Cody at Saturday night's main event, Kevin Owens is likely to remain with WWE amid rumors about his contract. Per Sean Ross Sapp on the Fightful Select podcast, it's safe to assume Owens has signed a new deal with WWE. Based on I'm not going to go all through that part, but based on the current booking for Owens, it would seem to suggest he's either re-upped with WWE or is going to do so very soon. He is advertised for the upcoming holiday tour as the true WWE champion after stealing the Winged Eagle title from Rhodes after his post-match attack on the American Nightmare. All of this seems to be building to a Rhodes-Owens rematch, potentially at the Royal Rumble. The Rumble is scheduled for February 1st at Lucas Oil Stadium. If WWE was concerned about Owens potentially leaving, especially for AEW, it's hard to imagine he would be receiving this kind of push. Yeah, I don't necessarily think he's leaving. Kind of did a while back, but I don't think so anymore. Raw moving back to 3 hours on Netflix. I don't know who decided to include that in this, but all right, here comes some other stuff. All right, so this may be a repeat real quick. Let me see. Yeah, this is just about the Dr. Chris Featherstone reporter. Randy will not be an episode of Raw. So just remember, just because somebody has posted this on X, does not mean that this is 100% true. Because I can message any of you guys and say, hey, can you go on X and post that Gladiator Wrestling podcast had a million viewers on the podcast this Sunday. Just because you posted that and I gave you $20 to do it, don't make it true. So I'm just saying he could show up. I'm not saying he will. All right. WWE rumors. Talent frustrated with Raw runtime. Charlotte Flair character. All right, we already got the character tweaks. We know what we're looking at on that. With less than 2 hours and less than 2 weeks until the big Raw on Netflix premiere. It's unclear just how long the show will be. No, it's not. We've already discussed it. It's going to be a 3-hour show. When the hell was this written? December 24th. They've been saying it's going to 3 hours for a while now. Well, actually, I think what they've said is they don't really have a runtime, which means, if they've got something that's going to go extend over and it end up being a 3.5-hour show for, whatever now and then, that could happen. And if they don't have enough going on that week and it needs to be 2.5, they don't have to stretch to 3. But yeah, we already got all that stuff. All right, moving on. Jade Cargill shares cryptic post amid injury rumors and uncertainty. So let's see if we can get to it. I'm guessing this is the post. I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. We got a little bit of blood here. A little bit here. Supposed blood. I'm not sure. So she is listed on WWE's internal injury list. Any information beyond that is still unknown. So the hell just happened? Okay, so today she took to social media to share a cryptic image of a close-up of her face with blood on it. No caption was included. So, yeah, what that probably is, that is probably supposed to be what she looked like after the attack. We may. I'm predicting she's not coming back until the Rumble. So, but with Naomi now taking her place as tag champion, we could see something go down sooner than the Rumble. All right. So, I've also got this pulled up. Now this one says rumored opponent for John Cena. The creative team is rejecting a rumor. So let's see if this is about Logan Paul real quick. One name that has been bantered about. Yeah, it's just about Logan Paul. So we've already gone through that. Oops. Frustrating. We already got that. We've talked about this in a previous episode. This does not need to happen. The Tribal Chief Championship. Let's look at this. CM Punk WrestleMania 41 plans could turn title scene upside down. Just weeks remain until WWE hops on the road to WrestleMania 41, but not much is currently known about the card for next year's Showcase of the Immortals. A major belief at present time is that CM Punk will have a major role in Las Vegas after he was forced to sit on the sidelines at WrestleMania XL due to a triceps injury. We all know that Punk is eyeing championship gold, and he has a favor from a friend in high places that could earn him that opportunity anytime he sees fit. He also has some unfinished business with Seth Rollins that may or may not be settled by Premier Isles. Not going to be settled for damn sure. During the latest episode Backstage Q&A with legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter, Insider X account WrestleVotes claimed that a number of marquee matches for Punk have been bantered about amongst members of the WWE creative team. Okay. I'm going to get into something about Punk. I'm going to go through this real quick and see if we got any thing has popped up while I was talking. Collision viewership ratings. We don't need to get into that. Happy Gilmore 2 trailer came out yesterday. Pretty excited about that. This is all about WrestleMania 33, I think it was, when he main evented with Roman. He's never liked his performance in that. I don't know why that is popping up, but no, we already went through that. All right. Now, I didn't want to click on that for Pete's sake. I wanted to go back because I want that for once we're done. Hopefully that keeps it from playing. I think it did. All right. Last thing I want to talk about before we get off of here is this CM Punk WrestleMania plans. Here is what I brought up. I think I brought it up on the podcast. So think about this. Royal Rumble comes around. Roman went. I've got a sore on my damn lip, so it's swollen. I'm messing my speech up. Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble. That's a guaranteed main event championship match at WrestleMania, whichever title you want, right? The wise man owes a favor. CM Punk cashes in the favor and says, wise man, my favor is Roman's title match at WrestleMania. This leads to CM Punk and Roman at probably Elimination Chamber for the title match. We have not seen somebody put their Royal Rumble title match up for grabs in a long time. It's happened in the past. We haven't seen it in a while. This could make for very interesting stuff. I don't know if that's what will happen, but that's my theory. Let me know in the comments down below what you think might happen. If there's any other wrestling news or rumors that I may have missed, please let me know in the comments down below. If you hadn't already, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notification bells. I do have some information about another giveaway coming up. I did try to get a giveaway going for the Christmas season. It didn't pan out. The goal wasn't met, so I'm about to set a new goal with a new timeline. So stay tuned for news and information about that very soon. And if you haven't already, please check out our other channels. It's Gladiator Toys. That's my other channel where I get into every other kind of toy except wrestling toys. And check out the Chase Collector. God, I can't talk tonight. That is Chris's other channel, where he shows off his Chase figures. He's got Chase wrestling figures. He's got some Chase diecast cars that he may show off at some point. And just a few other wrestling bits and baubles that he may be showing off on that channel. So make sure you're checking out both of those channels. Get that Gladiator umbrella that encompasses all of this some love. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Gladiator out.